Yeah, that's something we can bring out for day.
That'll have to be a 15 minutes thing, I think, but the thing to do would be, if we needed to do that, you're gonna set up some kind of reference camera as well.
Can you put something like here on the floor?
I don't know, he's the boss.
If the thing is here, if it lays on the floor and you've got cable in here, you gotta account for all of that, trip hazard stuff and any cable you're bringing on here, if you're gonna plop a monitor down here. If it, obviously this seems like the right place to do it. I don't know if that's something that can be shared. If what you're doing is you wanted just a reference for the conductor,
For the
For the
cast.
cast, so they can
so
see
that the
it.
cast can see it, so it's specific to the band and it's a conductor's monitor. Is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Got it. So, so that, well, if you want to set it up down here, is something you guys can do in your 15 minutes. What we can do is during venue prep is run all the cable for it, account for all of that, and then it goes away. And then on your show day, you have to set up your monitor, plug it in, and then end up bringing it back and cabling it off like that.
And so, where does the Fringe, what sound shop is the Fringe using?
We will be at One Dream Sound.
Got it.
We're using this year, so if you feel like any of this wants to be rented from them, we encourage you to go to them.
That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
I asked.
yeah, sure. So just real quick about projections. So just to account for all that, but that's basically what we'll do, which means we have to run power for it. We'll do it on venue prep day because it means getting into the grid, but we'll do that towards the end of the day. Have all of it here, the way to hang it, which is the cradle, the cable, all of the control cable. Have it here that day. It needs to be running in 15 minutes, and getting up into the grid is something we're going to, well, we have to prohibit any getting up onto the grid after that day, so that's going to become a problem. So you might have to deal with whatever's done if we don't have it here for venue prep. Because getting up there involves the genie, there's liability issues, it means our team has to do it, and our time is limited after venue prep in there. So anything you want to do, bring it in that day, we'll do it that day, and then these things disappear, they don't need to exist. The only things you can touch are the things in the crow's nest, ultimately. So, yeah.
Because it's so high, do we ever have to worry about if we have a 7-foot tall something, that it will cast shadow on the screen?
On the, it's going to depend on how you light that thing, but if you're lighting it from something from the grid, the angles on that will be so steep, depending on, I mean, if you put something 2 feet from the screen, you're going to get a shadow.
Right, right.
There's so much depth in here, I don't see any reason why you would have to squeeze anything that
No,
close.
and that 32 by 32 that you're talking about, how, is there a space between the site and the 32 playing space?
32 feet takes us to the black curtain.
To the bottom?
Whatever happens upstage of that black curtain is still a variable right now.
Okay.
We might push the site upstage and create a space between there
Oh, I
for an upstage entrance, okay? If not, but we might just leave the site right behind the black like we had it. It depends on certain things we still have to consider. You'll at least have 32 feet to that black curtain.
Got it.
When you open that up, there's gonna be a little more space back
Maybe a
there.
little, okay.
Maybe. Essentially for the site to be exposed.
Thank you.
It's not gonna be full, it won't be lit.
Okay, great.
We'll cut everything to the black curtain. Okay. That's something you guys will definitely want to talk offline, and you guys will definitely want to chat, because I'm sure you'll want to probably post what the projector is if you're offering it up, and post a link to some information, that way you guys can all reference it.
So are you part of the projector? Okay, just make sure that you're part of the conversation. Okay, great, awesome. And then there was something in your form about hanging a movie projector? Excellent. Thank you. That makes me happy. I just wanted to check because I didn't know what that was.
All right, anything else that we haven't, yeah?
Mine's just a quick grid question. From the layout that they had last year, has the grid, the pipes changed at all? Is it the same layout? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
This is
Okay.
the first time
That,
I've been
but
on it.
I don't,
Okay, so.
I don't know, because I don't have the
Should-
drawing. I would say count on it being close.
Okay.
Okay, but the risers have adjusted slightly because they widened them. I don't think they did anything to the depth of the risers, but I'm counting on no. I'm counting on it hopefully being the same. Yes.
What can we hang from the sides? What can we hang from the top? If we wanted to bring a banner, if we wanted to, what can we?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of, that's a big general vague.
Okay, so let's say you wanted to hang a cross.
A cross, like some big cross
Just like a banner with a cross on it.
thing, yeah.
A banner with a cross.
Anything you want to hang from the grid is going to have to require you to come in on venue prep day and rig up some kind of some kind of line to bring it in and out. Because climbing to do that during your 15 minutes is
Right, this is gonna happen, yeah.
So anything you want to hang is going to have to account for that.
Okay.
So then it's going to, you know, all those things, the size, the weight is going to determine how much, you know, the tensile strength of what you do up there.
And where do you pull it from? Where would you,
Doing rigging?
Mm-hmm.
So man, you guys are rigging, and you might be.
might be.
I think we're gonna have that as just a little side conversation with you guys and Greg right at the end of this meeting, so that, you know, everybody doesn't have to listen to all of the technical stuff, which would make my brain explode. Yes.
Blood. I feel like
Yes.
we
Big blood,
pulled
yeah.
that out.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Are you done with blood and sound and everything?
Yeah.
Okay,
this is
awesome.
your meeting.
Yeah, so, liquids, fake blood, something that explodes, I've seen, yes, awesome. A lot of it comes down to your 15-minute in and out. Because your 15-minute out, not only does the space have to be 100% clean, it has to be 100% dry. So, I'm not saying no to blood, I'm saying make sure you have a plan. And it has to be completely washable. The floor, you can tell I've seen better days, but we want to leave it in exactly the condition it's in now.
So a detergent base.
Yeah, nothing that will stain, nothing that touches our black curtains, because we're not going to take those to get washed at the end of this. Nothing that's going to hit the audience, because we don't have liability for that. Last year, the shows that I had that had a lot of blood in them, when they had the fight scene with the blood, they actually had a tarp on stage so that they could use as much blood as they want to, and then they rolled up the tarp and they cleaned it somewhere else, because that's all they had time to do. One thing that I want to say, and this accounts for cleanup, and it also speaks to the wireless thing a little bit. If you are going to do anything that requires extra cleanup, or that you need to, you know, ring out the room before every show that you do, or if you have a lot of costumes, or if you have any of those things, please hire a team of people to help you. Because when you get in here, if you say to your actors, oh, by the way, in addition to getting ready for your show, I also want you to do all of these other things, they will look at you and probably faint. And then things won't get done, and we will just end up with a mess. So, for your own safety, for your own sanity, please bring people with you.
Do you have people that are kind of looking for, you know, to do that?
We do have one PA who is assigned to this building, who is available for hire as a Ford operator. That PA is also my support as far as technical support goes, so he can't be hired to be, you know, run crew or to help with your load-ins or load-outs. He is strictly a board operator.
And you're for the light board?
Light or sound or projection.
Oh,
I have not
okay.
met him yet, so
Okay.
I'm assuming he can do all
But
this
do you
stuff.
have other people who have come to the Fringe and said, hey, I'd like to help, or I'd
I
like to?
believe Elena may have a list of those people.
Okay.
She'd be the one to get in contact with that. You can also put ads out on backstagejobs.com or Playbill or any of those sites to get help, or just ask everyone you know in your telephone book to say, hey, I'm from the Fringe show.